Hello everybody, my name is Darklight and I am attempting to sound professional, which I am not. This is my very first video and I hope you enjoy. Today I will be taking famous animal cartoon characters and turning them into humans. Let's start with the drawings. Okay, so I'm starting with Bugs Bunny because, well, Bugs Bunny is my favorite cartoon character, and I mean, who doesn't like Bugs Bunny? And right now I'm just sketching. The hair was probably the hardest part for me because I am not very good at drawing hair. But I figured it out eventually, and I decided to incorporate his ears inside of those little spikes in his hair. Now I would be inking, which you can clearly see. And I kind of messed up, but I edited that out. So now for the eyes, I tried to make him look kind of menacing and sly, but that didn't really work. That looked kind of weird, so I just made him look extremely calm, because, well, Bugs Bunny is pretty calm. And here I was trying to decide what to give him as clothes, but I figured it out, and then I unfigured it out, as you will see in like a moment. I messed up here because I forgot that I wanted to make the sleeves rolled up. Here I was trying to get the right skin color, but it ended up looking like some weird makeup that that you find in like those really cheap dollar store places. So I had to give him a different look, and here, because I'm not good at drawing feet, I made it so that he looked like he was coming out of a rabbit hole into the sky, which is abnormally blue. Alright, so next I'm doing Perry the Platypus from Phineas and Ferb, and Perry was probably one of my favorite characters, and Phineas and Ferb was probably one of my favorite cartoons at one point in time. I don't remember when. As you can see, I'm having a little bit of trouble with the hat because I've never actually really drawn this type of hat before, or any type of hat for that matter. And for Perry, I thought that he would be not like, well, a little bit like a James Bond type of spy, but not all too much. He'd actually be a lot cooler than James Bond. And for the sunglasses, I kind of messed up, but I thought to incorporate the beak, I thought I'd give him kind of like a Kakashi mask, where it covers his mouth and then just goes and is like his undershirt, and that's how I thought I'd do the beak. Now, for the color of the mask, I knew I'd have to do orange. Mask and tie, I did orange because of the mask. For the shirt and hair, I did blue because that's the color of Perry's fur. Do platypi have fur? And I'm using the color of Perry's hat for the suit because, well, that would be the color of the suit. Because the hat and the suit have to match. For the shoes, they kinda look not like shoes, but as I said in the last drawing, I suck at making shoes. For the background, I figured that I'd do like something with an airbrush. Okay, so for this next one, I did the most famous Pokemon ever. Mudkip. I'm just kidding, I did Pikachu. But I somehow by far, this is the worst drawing out of every single one I did. As you can see, the stance is just like, no. And the hands, they look like he is going to murder you with his nails. But the hair is actually the best part, for once. And I don't know how I turned a cute little mouse into this guy who looks like he's going to murder you. I don't know, maybe I just drew Pikachu's true intentions. I mean, I always, when I used to watch Pokemon, I always thought he had it in for Ash. But maybe that was just me. So, for the clothing, I decided that I wanted to make Pikachu in like a lightning bolt shirt because he's lightning type, and those little stripes on the back of him I wanted to put in his shirt, and the little black parts of his ears I wanted to put in the hair. So yeah, I chose yellow and black because those are Pikachu colors, and not at all because I messed up. No, seriously, I didn't mess up. That's actually why I chose them. For the eyes, I used an extremely thin brush, but you can still kind of see it. But I learned how to do that in my next drawing. For the background, I did a giant Pokeball, and it looks like Pikachu's mouth got stained with blood. Great, helping with the murder aspect. So for my third one, I am doing Tomcat from Tom and Jerry. Now, this was also another one of my favorite cartoon characters. Actually, I was kind of more on Team Jerry. But Jerry was I thought Jerry would have been kind of hard to do, but so I just went with Tom. And I honestly think this is one of the best ones in the video. Like, it's up. So the best ones I think that are here, actually, all of them are pretty good except for Pikachu. But back to this one. So I did the same thing with Bugs Bunny for the ears. So I just put little spikes in his hair, and honestly, the hair would look pretty weird without them. For the eyes, I messed up quite a bit. I couldn't get the right size or anything, so I even made them upside down once. So I just made them like little lines, and then put the eyes directly underneath, so it would look like that. So I put him in the hoodie, because I figured, well, what else would a genocidal cat wear? I did the skin first this time, so that I know how I would do the eyes, and oh, wait, in the last drawing I mentioned that I learned how to do the eyes properly in this one, but it wasn't this one, it's the next one. For the hair, I made it the same color as Tom's fur, but I didn't do that for the clothing. I made it a slightly bluer gray. And for the jeans, I made it just light blue. For the background, I tried to make the mouse hole, but then my paint app crashed, and so for the final drawing of the video, I did the famous, fabulous Rose Pink Panther of the Pink Panther cartoons, not the live-action movie, just to be clear. So, again, I had a problem with the hands, but I've managed to somehow fix that. The hair, I actually had a pretty good idea for what I wanted to do. I kind of wanted to make him look a little bit emo, I was planning on I'm gonna plan on making the hair half black and half pink. Oh yeah, and for this drawing I messed up. I accidentally did the ink and the sketch on the exact same layer, so I had to restart my inking process, but I was too lazy to edit it up. In fact, this might have been a good thing because the smoke thing came out a little better. Here I'm just trying to figure out what type of collar I want him to have, and I just went with the classic collar that I normally draw. Here, I messed up because I was supposed to draw the tie afterwards. For the eyes, I wanted to make him look like he was planning like he was just trying to act all friendly, but really he's planning to murder you. But I didn't want to make it like so direct that he was trying to murder you. Pink Panther doesn't murder anybody. What was I thinking? So here I actually mastered the eyes because I decided that I had to draw it with a fine white line instead of a fine black line. Okay, so those were all the drawings. Honestly, I'm pretty happy with how all of them came out, except for you, Pikachu. But my arm was like really tired by then. I just drew the first 2 drawings, and that's about my limit. So yeah, if you liked this video, please subscribe and give it a like, and comment what you thought of it. I'm open to any sort of criticism, except for the bad kind. I'm just kidding. So yeah, I should be done. I'll see you guys next time.